47. Your destination is the coastal town of Sapienza, also known as Pool of the Amalfi Coast. Target is a former client of ours, Silvio Caruso, a brilliant but troubled bioengineer employed by the Ether Biotech Corporation. Renowned for his early stem cell research, Caruso is now reportedly working on a far more disturbing project. A DNA-specific virus able to infect anyone, anywhere in the world. Imagine a bullet, fired in any direction, passing through countless bodies without inflicting harm, invisible and undetectable until it strikes its target. A world of armchair assassins killing with impunity. This is what awaits us, unless Caruso is stopped. Our client, one of Ether's major private stockholders, wants the project cancelled on ethical grounds, but without destroying the company in the process. She has asked us to eliminate Silvio Caruso and destroy the yet unfinished virus prototype. You will also need to deal with Caruso's lab head, Francesca DeSantis, a high-level Ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber who holds intimate knowledge of Caruso's research and could potentially carry on in his place. This is no ordinary contract, 47. Caruso's virus is a serious threat to our craft and trade, not to mention our core ideals. So failure is not an option. I'll leave you to prepare.
Hello and welcome to Roulette Rivals 10 to our first winners bracket round 2 game for Lukedotpng and DaniButa to end off this eventful day. Just coming off arguably one of the best games in our history in the form of FE302 and Purple Key. What a game that was. And our focus now turns to Lukedotpng versus DaniButa, a Roulette rookie, heavily known especially with his speedrunner, and DaniButa, the 2 times RRWC world champion, also has won RR9, so we'll be looking to make that 2 times RRWC and 2 times RR champion, with this RR10 looking for a good start, taking things off on Sapienza, one of the 3 maps that's records was not broken last year, of course. Start of 2023, this is when RR10 is taking place, I'll be hoping, yeah. But more records will be broken, even more this year. 16 were broken last year. Well, it's 15. Because are we really including numbers? 15 were broken last year. They're going to try and make this all 19 this year. I think that's the whole plan, isn't it? But we'll see if we can kick things off on the Sapiens of both players. I'll know their speed run, give them a quick spin, and oh wow, we'll be in for one hell of a party. Especially with how good these guys' mechanics are. Daniel will have the more knowledge. But, in terms of the mechanics, they'll both be equal in their strength, and it will be Electrocution as the hazmat suit for Silvio Caruso. Franny DeSantis, Pistol as a priest. So I'd imagine this is a church morgue start. A quick pistol, a quick priest grab for that first Franny kill. Seeker on the Silvio, go down to the caves where you'll find the hazmat suit. What a fun, entertaining spin, am I right? Danny heading into the church. I'm already off the morgue, morgue start there. Going down, a quick replan from Luke, bringing in the pistol over the SMG. I believe it's a stealth, anyways. Quick replan here. Doesn't want a Trankenops for a pistol, so it brings in the Taunton. So has no seeker, but is a short drag for Silvio from the observatory to the bathroom nearby. Danny spawns in as the priest. Bro, they actually look identical. They actually look identical as well. Yeah, it's Luke who grabs the priest first, coming out the church now. Danny approaching it now, unpacks his sniper rifle. Will shoot the camera box as well. down here. It surprises me why the fuck there's a carrying box down here. Takes the quicker route out through the sewers there, but Luke will reach the pipe up to the safe house first. And the neck and neck strats here, could be very similar with both. It's very simple map Sapiens in terms of the isolation. So this Franny kill shouldn't cause any issues or many issues. Luke busts his way into the safe house. Danny's sniping his way into the mansion. Luke has his briefcase, but of course drops it. It's not allowed down there. He will just body shot Chef Mosho. You can tell he's a speedrunner. We'll pick up the crowbar here and go around. He's going to go around the outside of the observatory, of course. With this door crowbarred open, Silvio will come and be sick outside if he does actually medic Silvio first. So if he has to medic him, he's going to have to seek one of the guards first. Where's Luke's title? For some reason, every Roulette rookie doesn't have a title. The issue has been raised, so it's not the end of the world at all. Both players on the roof here, collecting the crowbar. Luke shoots the observatory panel at 156 mark. Danny yet to shoot it. Yeah, they're undeserving of titles. I don't know, yeah. Both players as Priest will climb through. I'm assuming both will just wait to the to whatever mark here. Luke in the lead, of course. Whenever you're waiting in this room, it's right to pick up the the save combination there. Luke's still running around waiting for Franny to move. It's a hard job is waiting. But Franny has for him. The guard moves away. He will actually wait and trank the guard. So he can safely deal with Franny. We'll trank the guard's leg as well. Good knowledge indeed there from Luke. Knowing that Sapiens the guards can eat trank darts and darts of any kind. And both players have that kill down. Danny with the non-FA pistol is probably why we saw Luke use a trank there. Seek a trank there even. God. Sorry words out Joker. But Luke now. With Silvio already at this thing. At the observatory. Will be making his way upstairs. And perhaps could work out better for him at this moment in time. Given the fact that with the door open he will go upstairs, but only has a trank in hand. Interested to see where this is going. Danny also with a knockout. We'll go for a long drag here to the toilet. To a sink. 2 tranks for Luke and a punch or a crowbar in Silvio's face. Both players now with a long drag on Silvio. It is going to be the navigation of the caves here, you could argue, which will make it. Or which will make this game. Danny does have that slight lead with getting Silvio downstairs. It is a shorter drag, but Luke taking Silvio somewhere. He knows something we don't. Of course, the sink in the observatory room itself. Perhaps a mistake from Danny, but the longer drag from Luke here. If he had isolated Silvio in this room, I mean, it could have been such a different story. But the body found that is Francesca's guard. Doesn't set up the kill yet, however. It is looking to be very much Danny's game at this moment. Drops a sniper rifle, will drop down after distracting a lab technician, of course. The lab technician is not on legal action to use key cards in and around the hazmat suit area. Getting good knowledge there from Danny to use that lab tech instead of the bi-lab security. Really good run from Danny so far. Cameras, of course, already taken out from where the priest is. Does make his way through this one enforcer lady. Always a pain in the ass, it really is. You always have to look out if you're going for a quick hazmat suit from start. And Danny a bit too ahead of himself there. And it is a rip from Danny, perhaps for Luke, a very big event. But no, he also rips picking up the key card. It is an illegal action and both players synchronize rips. Well, both players at the same stage. Now grabbing the Priestess skeleton. It's interesting to see the difference in the way they exit for the sewers from getting the priestess guys. All these little differences. It doesn't really make much difference in the grand scheme of things, but still interesting to look at nevertheless and consider. It's quickly updating the briefing for the next one. As you can see, it will be Chongqing as our next map when we get around to it. It's my favourite map for casting because it's got the longest briefing. But Danny shooting open the door into the mansion from the outside is seen by millions in the crowd. Gives Luke the lead once again. I've got the predictions, my bad. But for Luke, he won't care. What he cares about is he's got a very nice lead at this moment in time. Danny has watched our cry. Oh my god, so true. If the brackets were never merged, Danny would not be losing this. That's what it is. It's because the brackets are merged. Luke actually shooting the panel a lot earlier this time. And grabbing a key card from down here. Not the one off Franny, of course she does hold one on her person. Heads up the stairs here. Through the door. Of course the panel is already shot. I'm an hour in. But just go do it with Franny. You're going to have to. You're better off getting Sylvia up in the observatory than trying to wait second cycle for Franny. You really are. Danny does manage to snipe open the door this time. Luke, indecisive with Silvio, is going to go down on him first, but then you think about the timing wasted for Franny, and he's really questioning both of actually will commit to Francesca. Silvio is really not the end of the world. The situations are always salvageable with Silvio. If you miss Franny first cycle, then you're waiting. A premature trank there onto Franny's guard for a kill. Onto Franny, a lockdown, but plenty of bullets go into her, and it is a simple box. Her guard might be coming in, but it's all fine. Luke does get out, no problems. Of course, Sylvia will be starting to move towards the stairs at this moment in time. Luke with the advantage of Danny at this stage in time, but it's still going to be interesting if he does go for the sink in the observatory room again. Gotta be careful here. Has plenty of tranks, but you know we know what Sapienza guards are like while the tranks is eaten. One of the guards is still up and moving. Silvio taking a longer route around at this moment in time. The guards stand still, waiting. A lot of whoosh and too much whoosh for Luke there as the meter fills. I think he's caught trespassing by Silvio's second guard, the one he originally missed with trank dart on. Danny waits for Francesca here. She does get to her desk and her guard does move, and it is a simple headshot kill for Danny there. Grabs her key card and will grab her arm and box her as Luke moves towards the priest's guys once more. Danny hops out. Silvio now approaching the observatory. Yeah, but like most guards like them fuckers are. Silvio's guards, Dawood's guards to some extent. Danny gets a successful isolation there. On to Silvio. Silvio guards are bastards, so true. There's a drag now to the toilet, which is where the sinks do work. And hopefully for Danny can make his way round into the hazmat suit successfully this time, of course, is where his previous rip came from originally. We'll shoot the tap on. Dropping the taser. You do worry here. I don't know if the guard that wanders in will hear that, but by the time he wanders back in, Danny should be done. That is the one concern at this moment in time. A bit of distraction to the Biolab security, then the cliff here for Danny should be a knockout, and it will be. He will box the security man. Stop it into his clothes, actually. Of course, in the Biolab security disguise, it is illegal to open up the doors for some strange reason. So it's easy to have to grab the lab tech here. Anyways, which you might realise soon. The Biolab Security Force has less enforcers, but it's illegal action. Danny does realise it. So I have to try and find a lab technician here. Whatever one he may seem fits. Uses a forklift there, but that only distracts a Biolab Security. He can make his way around these two. He's trying to go all the long way around to the direct entrance to the hazmat suits. A couple people around there, but shouldn't be enough to see him if he crouches as well. You know, he should be in Wonderland. We see here that this is where the entrance is. No eyes around. He can just get in there safely. There is one lab technician, but it's all fine to open up. No issue whatsoever. And he can swap into the hazmat suits with no issue whatsoever. And he is in the hazmat suit now. It's just where does he shoot the static site from? If he wants to shoot the virus from that little tunnel, he could have, but no, he will opt to go out. Get the kill on Silvio. Back up the stairs to where his sniper rifle is. And he's just going to snipe the virus. Ain't going to try and bother with the static site. It's definitely the quicker option, you could argue here. And yeah, definitely well played from Danny here. The experience indeed shown through as he will snipe the virus. Does a quick drop down on the cliff. Not trespassing, no issues whatsoever. DaniButa. Kicking off RWC, R10 we left off from RWC with a map win on Sapienza. Taking a 2-0 lead here after our first map. Luke's map pick to add, so it's a nice bonus as well for that. And it will be Danny's map pick up next of Chongqing. We'll go to a short break to see what Chongqing has in store for us.
Look closer.
I'm telling you, the file is trash. The Constant doesn't so much burn his bridges as blow them up. Arthur Edwards, whoever he was, don't exist anymore. His personal data somehow deletes itself from any system that records him. Way beyond advanced. The partners spared no expense to make sure their controller would be untraceable.
How untraceable?
Look, I did what you asked, but Gray's gone and I'm no Diana. I'm not who you need right now. You gotta be kidding me.
ICA?
I used every encryption known to man. Who are these guys?
The best. It's only a matter of time before they get lucky. We need to take them down.
You and which army?
I know where the agency stores its files, mission reports, client data. If we leak it to the public...
You want to whistleblow the ICA?
It's the path of least resistance. Turns out, you are who I need right now, Olivia.
I do this, and I'm out. So, what are we breaking into?
Data facility in Chongqing, China. Run by a man called Hush.
Of course. The ICA site in Chongqing houses the agency's data storage and analyst division. Needless to say, security is daunting. The state-of-the-art server vault is biometrically wired to the facility's two overseers. Imogen Royce, behavioral analysis pioneer, and Hush, a data security guru with a taste for fringe transhuman experimentation.
Tell me about Hush.
A former cyber terrorist with the Ministry of State Security in Kadanyang, who fled his country after one of the Po regime's periodic purges. He made a career doing cybersecurity for dark web deplorables, human traffickers, organ harvesters, scum like him, with no code or conscience. ICA sure can pick 'em. No offense.
Can you disable security?
A dual authentication protocol ensures that any handling of data must be directly authorized by Hush and Royce. The proverbial human factor device to make the system impenetrable. Luckily, I found a loophole. If both overseers should unexpectedly die within a short space of time, the system reverts to a temporary fail-safe protocol, which I can bypass. Take them off the board, and you'll have free access to the data core, and I'll handle the rest.
And you're sure it'll work?
Look, I know Hush. If I'm wrong, we won't live long enough to regret it.
All right. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back to our game here between Luke and Danny. Our second map is about to go live, and it is Chongqing picked by Danny. Of course, Luke's never played it before in our manner. It is his first game. Danny's been it 8 times, 6 wins, 2 losses, and our spin will be Hush, Fallen Object as the block guard, Imogen Royce, Fooled as the facility engineer. I think nice. No, I like this spin. I really can't lie. I really do like this spin here. I think the fallen object for Hush is always nice to see, whether you do it remote or you shoot it or whatever. Imogen Fall always catches some people out. Her body landing may cause some issues with the 2 street guards if you do it on the stairs. Sometimes it's not actually, they do it prematurely. They don't do it at the dump kill the eliminate spot. It's actually just a pacify. Danny will start suit here, probably for the quick satellite turn off. This is what I would imagine here. I think that's what makes sense. It really does. Luke starting as the block. I think the quicker you can turn that satellite dish off, the quicker your spin will be in general, because less time you focus on the Hush, really. That's what Danny is just mainly focusing on at this stage. We'll actually crowbar open the door here, turning the satellite dish off, shooting the camera. We'll work his way around here, putting down some coins for where maybe putting down 2 just for safe measure, just in case the first one isn't seen. Second one will be. Danny waiting for the 2 guards to turn around before climbing the ladder. Again, good awareness from him. Luke now dropping the coins as well. I'm not sure if he's turned off the panel yet. Not. Yeah, oh, he has actually. As he should head towards Imogen first. It's now just Danny needs a block guard. We'll take one of the 2 here in the kitchen area. The frying pan, of course, in here, but he will just use the crowbar for both. So Luke on the rooftop here, along with Danny. Assuming they've shot a drone each. It's just now the case of, well, Danny's going to get the Hush kill first, of course. But, you know, does this give Luke more time to set up Imogen or work around with Imogen or what? The facility engineer is always an interesting one, but Luke's stuck here with the city guard down here. Danny is waiting for Hush to come down. It'll be a bit longer at this stage, but, you know, there's nothing wrong with waiting a little bit. Not at all. Personally, I didn't want to see Luke win a map, just so we can go to the map 4 and see Dartmoor. that's all I care about. Map 4's Dartmoor, I want to see it. Yeah, then you didn't wait long enough. It's crazy. It's crazy, this game. It feels like the guards move so quickly. They don't stand still for long until you're there, and it's an utter eternity they're there for. If he wasn't there, that guard's moved really quickly. But Danny waited patiently on this city rooftop. Just drop it and does get the kill onto Hush. Nicely done from Danny. Very good stuff from him indeed. Experience shown perhaps now. It's just a simple engine kill, you could say. Only now shoots the drone. It would be interesting if at this stage you could isolate Imogen. She comes up to data core. I think it is too late. I'm not 100% sure the extent of what that timing leads to. Danny will grab a facility guard disguise anyways. Perhaps just better navigation of the downstairs bit. For the meantime, of course, you have to use facility engineer. You ain't be able to use that special grab we see in the facility analyst obviously doesn't have a baseball. Quite frankly, it probably will work. The engineers don't move. It's just at that stage if they panic. And actually, Imogen is coming out nicely here. Danny could isolate her here 100%. And it will be a short run. He'll get a dongle. This could work out very well for him. Dumpling Cook, the woman won't have come downstairs yet because he hasn't activated her. So It's in a safe position to knock these two out at the moment. You can keep them forever and they won't be seen unless you trigger the duplicator outside that will come in. That's the only person that will see these bodies, but Danny, no less, will just knock out Imogen's guard and Imogen here. Probably because you could dump them over the rain here, I would imagine. I'm not particularly sure, but actually, we'll just let Imogen walk away. You know, her guard does have that tier 3 dongle, which Danny's going to use here to grab that engineer. Luke also hopping down. He's going to just go to try and target an engineer first as well, perhaps. In the block guard disguise, it's going to be a bit tricky, and you don't want to miss that hush timing. That's the thing, because once you've missed it, you have missed it. He's used all 3 coins on it. Do you want to really try and go down, salvage it later on? But Danny here doing shot distractions for the city guard for us. A quick Taunton onto the engineer here. Grabs the disguise instantly. There's a 100% mesh in the key there for it. Yeah, but Danny has done very well here indeed. Makes his way out, and it's just now a simple kill onto Imogen, who will always be standing upstairs at the top. But for him, he won't care. It's just a simple knockout on the drag up the stairs, ensuring that he has got the right spot. And Luke, another restart, unfortunately. Showed good signs really for a rookie. Has grasped the concepts really well, as we've seen on Chongqing and Sapienza so far. But when you're up against DaniButa, you can't say arguably the best Roulette player, the best Roulette player in the world. What are you going to do here? You have to be a bit careful. You know, the dump onto Imogen here will be heard, I think. Or was it the other one? I think this one's actually fine and not heard. Is an eliminate one. Isn't heard, and it all is all fine. I think the pacify one is heard. We saw some issues caused with it, I think, in the previous RRs with it, but Daniel one towards the exit here. Very good performance on Chongqing. Flaw's first try. So was what you want to see on these maps, these small 2-type maps. It's what makes them really good. And yeah, I mean, Danny, a 4-2 lead already. We could be in, perhaps, for a win before the other game's even finished. One map, you know. What a follow-up this is to FE versus Purple Key, am I right? And yeah, this will be a 4-0 to Danny. Bangkok will be our third and perhaps final map. We'll see what Bangkok has in store.
Good morning, 47. Your destination is the Himapan Luxury Hotel Resort on the Chao Phraya River, just outside Bangkok. Your main target is Jordan Cross, the lead singer of The Class, a renowned indie rock outfit recording their highly anticipated sophomore album. But this millennial poster boy harbors a dark secret. 1 year ago, promising young actress Hannah Highmore fell to her death from Cross's penthouse loft in Dumbo, New York. According to the police, Miss Highmore's death was a tragic accident, but her parents remain unconvinced. They firmly believe that Cross murdered Hannah and only escaped justice due to the power and influence of his father, billionaire media mogul Thomas Cross. A secondary target, Ken Morgan, corporate fixer and attorney to the Cross family, is also staying at the hotel. Cunning and unscrupulous, Morgan was a key agent in the cover-up of Hannah Highmore's murder and Jordan Cross's subsequent acquittal. The Highmores understandably want retribution, and while the system may be powerless, ICA is anything but. I will leave you to prepare.
So welcome back. Bangkok, of course, will be our map 3 here, Danny, on map point. And what map to be on map point on? God, that is a tongue twister for myself. Been here 5 times and won all 5 times. I mean, it's hard to keep 100% on a map, especially when you've played it 5 times. Danny's done it very well. And I mean, being on match point here is what you would want, you know. You want to start your RR run off with a 6-0. You really do. That momentum. Unless I'm taking nothing away from Luke at the moment, he's played fantastic on Sapienza and Chongqing. He showed good understanding with the obscure things as well. Like, Foreign Object for Hush would cause so many rookies issues. It really would. And he's hounded it excellently. He really has. It's just then putting 2 things together, which maybe is what's been causing the issues. And well, not even big issues, there have been small issues. And well, that just comes with experience. What we've seen from Danny, he's been absolutely class. And that's just from the fact that he's won 3 tournaments. He's played it. This is his 6th tournament. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's played excellently for experience, and that's what experience brings. It doesn't only bring like the gameplay sense and the mechanic sense. It just brings that knowledge as well that you can do things. If you're unsure about it, the experienced player will go and do it because they know that they can do it. You know, that management is really what makes them good. We see Danny's doing a bit of practice and forehand and Metic Ken, of course. Look, it got changed in October. We've had an entire RRWC and we still talk about it like it was changed yesterday. And when in reality, well, look, since they changed the breadbasket, it's been it's been the same. Yeah, of course. Ken, of course, no longer goes to the breadbasket when made sick. So a nice little change there, you could argue, but still. I see Bangkok here. Another map record set last year in RRWC 2022. 408 by in front. I believe that was against Blunts, I want to say. I can't remember what the spin was, but it's probably one of the 70 matches I casted. Spin, less than 10 seconds to go.
Duel starts in 10 seconds.
We see what
9,
Bangkok will have in store for us.
7,
As the timer does
6,
come down, it will
5,
be John Cross
4,
thrown a Sapper's axe as the hotel staff.
eliminate
Ken
the
Morgan,
target.
electrocution as kitchen staff. Yeah, I do think this is cake and letter. Not cake and letter, cake and a medic onto Ken. I think is sensible here. I do think that. I think you can do the cake, bring John down, and why are you waiting for him to come down? You know, you do just then go and deal with Ken. Once dealt with Ken, you can grab a hotel staff. You know, grab a briefcase from your stash, and boom, you've got it all fine. You know, the Sapper's axe somehow miraculously fits into a briefcase. Cake and letter sound like cake and letter. Oh my god, it actually does. My speaking skills suck. How is cake and letter? Cake and letter sound like cake and oh my days. That's a new name. He needs to change his Discord nickname as well to Cake and Letter. But the letter is not even meta anymore. We haven't seen the letter in ages. And Metic Ken has just become too overpowered. Bring back the breadbasket. Make Bangkok hard again. I'm joking. Bangkok is bad enough as it is. No bias to you, but it is shit in my opinion. I've offended a total 2 people who enjoy this map. I do not apologise. But yeah, Danny, of course. The good thing with this cake strat is you do get rid of cameras nicely and briefly. It works really well, as Danny will do a coin extraction even for the hotel security here. As he can use it for his gas device to drop it at Ken's feet. Or with a briefcase here, you could just use a file in a box. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Maybe actually, I think if you met it, Kenny will go towards the basement anyway, so why wait for him to do that? You can go grab a Sapper's axe, you can go grab a hotel stuff, etc. etc. There are things you can do. It always feels habituary in Roulette to be doing something, you know, at any time. Luke for peekaboo there onto Jordan to bring him out onto the balcony. Nicely done. I hate the balcony for live kills. It's the first time I've ever played Bangkok in a professional manner, and it was Team Roulette 3. I was playing with Creed, and I got the kill onto Jordan. It was the loudest MG kill was Hotel Security, and I got the kill. And when I went to dump him, I accidentally blended in. For some reason, there's a blend in prompt on the balcony, and it is so jarring. But anyways, Danny will turn on the tap here, drop in his taser in the meantime. We'll turn the tap back off once it is overfilled. Luke with distractions here onto the recording crew. Danny will just leave that puddle for now as Ken will make his way down the stairs here. We'll sit up. We'll bump Otis. And swap back into this kitchen staff disguise. Perhaps checking once more, and not our body is found, and it is a recording crew for Luke there. I'm intrigued to know why the other ones come around in that situation. Really am confused, but it's looking very good for Danny at the moment, as Ken does die. Set the kill up perfectly. Then just needs to reach Sapper's axe, so then he'll force her right in the way. He does get past him after a slight bit of hesitation. Sapper's axe just down this hallway here. The hotel staff above it as well makes for it nicely. Of course, you can stick it in a briefcase. For some reason, you can fit the Sapper's axe in a briefcase. I genuinely don't understand how you can, but you just can. But I mean, yeah, it's looking very good for Danny. Jordan isolates himself really. It's him and Dexy, and you know it's very easy in any disguise together. Even the bloody stalker, it's so easy to get there. You know, Danny will do a simple throw distraction here onto the hotel staff to bring him around. Does a chain to get him even closer to the case. Yeah, the broadsword. How can you bring that in? How can you bring that in? If you can take something out of a briefcase, you can put it back in there. And if you can't put it back in there, then why are you giving me a briefcase in it to start off? Just give it to me whole. How does the broadsword fit when you start with it in the mission, but you can't put it back in there? So I'm a freelancer. I want to put my katana back in my briefcase. I don't fancy getting a guard disguise to take it to the exit. Yeah, but I have a checkmate here. Who packs it for him in Freelancer? Who packs it for him in Freelancer? They do it in the... Yeah, but who does it? He lives by himself in a secret location. But for Danny... we managed to skip past a lot of stuff. Danny is talking to Dexy. No, the recording crew is still in there as they will leave now. Filtering out for Danny as he will start talking to Dexy about God knows what. Doors do shut for him. You will just do a chain here. Of course, it is a thrown kill onto Jordan. We'd only be plummeting the axe into his skull at close range, and that's what Danny does do. Gets the lovely thrown kill off, hops out on the rooftop. Danny with both kills down will be trespassing, but has pistols to do with it. Simple. The shatter shot to the groundsman there. The doors will be open. The camera's gone. I think it's safe to say GG's to DaniButa, who is moving towards the exit. Luke now dealing with Ken after getting him sick. It is too little, too late, unfortunately. And somehow a GRB onto Otis squares him straight in the nose. Somehow has just squared him in the nose. Here's Danny running down the purple carpet for that first sweep for him in RR10. I'm sure it'll be one of many that it will have as he moves towards the exit here. He will reach it. Taking the sweep 6-0. GG's indeed. I mean, what more can you do if you Luke? Like, genuinely, the one person you would not want on your first ever game is Danny. It's the opposite of last match. But this game lasted shorter than one of the maps did. Yeah. This game, from the first map spin, lasted what? Half an hour.
Score
35 minutes.
6.
Oh, the broadsword. How does the broadsword get back in the briefcase? The thing's the size of 47. Anyways, that's not the issues we need to be worrying about at the moment. The issues we need to be worrying about is how the brackets shape up with this after this game. Look at my transitions. They're getting good. They're getting good. They won't even load now because I've just nailed it, and they do load. DaniButa against the buff guy. A rematch of the Roulette Rivals World Championships 2022 Grand Final taking place in the winners bracket round 3 of Roulette Rivals 10. What a matchup that is going to be there. Lukedotpng moves down to the losers bracket round 2. He has one of the joys of being the few that has got a bye in the first round of the winners bracket, and now the losers bracket. He will play the winner of Crazy for Daisy and the loser of Game 6, so he will play either first Quesadilla or Crazy for Daisy in losers bracket round 2. Quick little archive matches. There are games going on at the moment. Oh, Danny gets a free. Observer and Davis happening right now over at the buff guy. We will rate the buff guy because he is talking. Mika vs Omar also happening at the moment. That is a silent cast under Mr. Mike. Frivolous vs Bot Book at 3 AM tomorrow morning. 2 AM tomorrow morning even. I can't read. Then Yanini vs Moo. Fusk vs Quesadilla, Pidgeot vs Ducker, and myself versus Nort, some of the games that are tomorrow. Action Pack Day. I'll go back to the island quickly and let's raid the buff guys. Show some love. GG Danny, very unlucky Luke. Showed very good understanding. I think that's the key from Luke. He was able to do the peak to Jordan, successful isolations on Sapienza, Chongqing to set up the full to kill the way he did. Definitely showed good understanding. It was very good science for rookie, and I believe that lower bracket run with a bit of practice can go far. Let's go to Ladder. I'll see everyone tomorrow probably for some more Roulette Rivals World Championships. World Championships, God, we're past that, Jokers. Roulette Rivals 10. Get the World Championships out your head. I know it's engraved in it, but God. Right. Bye-bye, guys.